Hello everyone, I'm Cole from the Kingdom, and today I want to talk about something I think is an underappreciated form of storytelling: environmental storytelling. This is where the scenery tells a story of its own, no words or dialogue even required. This can be done in any medium, but video games in particular, where you can actually explore and interact with the environment, are uniquely suited to exploit this device, but I so rarely see it done well. In my opinion, it's best used alongside actual narrative and dialogue, but it can work on its own. I want to look at some particularly great examples I've seen personally. If you have any suggestions of your own, absolutely let me know down in the comments section. So I want to start with the game that inspired this video, Halo Combat Evolved. You start off on a human ship under attack by aliens while heading towards an artificial ring world. Okay, simple enough. But as soon as you land, you notice the structures and technology on the ring do not match the technology of the aliens you're fighting, the Covenant. Level by level, they are in stark contrast to one another. It's never stated outright, but you're told through the environment that whatever aliens built this place are not the same aliens you're fighting. Where are the aliens that built this place? Why did they build it? You learn early on it's called Halo, and it's some kind of superweapon. But when you get to the control room and plug in your trusty AI assistant Cortana, she starts freaking out about something. Up until this point, she's been very cool and more or less relaxed. But she tells you the captain is looking for something that he thinks is a weapons cache, but is something far worse, and we have to go stop him. And so that leads us to the level 343 Guilty Spark, where the game takes an abrupt turn. You land in a foggy swamp. Right away, you see a crashed human dropship. Okay, business as usual. But then you quickly come across a crashed Covenant dropship. That's new, but okay. But then you start seeing things, figures on the cliffs watching you, and then they vanish quickly enough to make you think you just imagined it. You move on and see something, a bunch of Covenant lackeys running from human gunfire. In a big group like this is bizarre. Until this point, we haven't seen Covenant run like that in groups. But when you look in the structure they were running from, where are the humans that were just shooting at them? You descend deeper into the facility. You notice defenses pointed inward. Why? What was attacking them from inside? Then you find a lot of blood and bodies. Until this point in the game, you've barely seen any dead Covenant that you didn't personally kill. Then you come across a Marine scared out of his mind, firing at you, shouting, "You're not turning me into one of those things." You see some kind of broken cages. You see a yellowish liquid dropping. The Covenant bleed blue and purple, not yellow. And all the while, you got some creepy ambient noise playing. Then you finally see red blood, and you get some helmet cam footage of whatever happened here. Business as usual, entering the structure, then finding a dead elite. Looks like he has damage from Covenant weapons, and the team's best guess is a friendly fire accident. But that wouldn't explain why it looks like he was torn up from the inside. Finally, they enter the heart of the facility where you just found the helmet, and you get a Marine saying it looks like the Covenant tried especially hard to keep this place locked up. And then, attack of the popcorn bugs! No, but seriously, the Marines are swarmed by these bizarre creatures and are quickly overwhelmed. Then, in the present, you fight them too. Then bigger guys come in. Looking at them, they look like mutated elites. Moving through the level, you see them and the Covenant fighting each other. Then you see ones that look like they were once human. You keep moving through the level, continuously swarmed by these monsters, and now they can fire guns? What the heck are they? And then, the best little detail of the level to me, is you find 2 Marines and 2 Covenant jackals dead, up on a big crate or something, with weapons around. This speaks volumes. It's like they said, to hell with the war, this is the bigger danger. It gives me the image of them helping one another up onto the crate and fighting side by side against this greater threat. And of course, they were overwhelmed. This silent image speaks volumes about how people on both sides are feeling. You finally get to the surface and find some Marines. You try to move through the swamp together, but they don't last that long once the monsters ambush you. You head towards the only thing in sight, some tower thing, and suddenly you see some flying thing shooting lasers at the monsters. No idea what's going on, but at least they're helping. The final cutscene shows this floating ball that says, "I am 343 Guilty Spark. I am the monitor of Installation 04. Someone has released the flood, and I need your help to stop it." There's a lot more I want to talk about in regards to Halo CE, but as far as environmental storytelling goes, that's about all I got. But while I'm here making this video, I want to talk about some other great examples of games that do this super well. Portal and Portal 2. In the first game, we wake up in this super clean, sci-fi looking environment, with an emotionless AI woman talking to us, only saying we are going through test chambers in the Aperture Science Enrichment Center. Cool. But then we start going through these test chambers, and we see little observation rooms with no one in them. Why are they running these tests if there's no one watching? Then the tests get more dangerous, with pools of acid and later, turrets. The AI woman says the turrets are there because of an accident, but you get the distinct feeling that she is lying to you. This is further cemented when you find a Ratman den, a little peek behind the curtain of the testing environment. You see just behind the walls are run-down industrial areas, and you see mad scribblings on the wall, suggesting another test subject went mad in there. Then the AI woman tries to kill you when you escape. You start running through the facility behind the test chambers, and you see not a single human. Just more run-down industrial areas, contrasted with pristine offices with no one in them. And then in Portal 2, you wake up in a comfy hotel room, and the time they say you've spent in suspended animation is a hell of a lot longer than you were supposed to be. As your new friend Wheatley tries to get you out, the walls crumble and you see how massive this test subject storage facility is. As you go through old test chambers, same as the first game, you see everything has fallen apart and is overgrown and reclaimed by nature. Just like that, you get a sense of how long it's been. Then more scribblings on the wall, this time of you, which is weird. And so on and so forth. The environment alone tells you exactly what happened after you defeated GLaDOS in the first game. And now Half-Life 2. You wake up on a train, and upon arriving at the station, you see super tight security. At a train station, of all places. Everyone is wearing the same blue jumpsuit. You see an alien from the first game sweeping up trash. The people in charge are wearing gas masks. Different people have different attitudes that tells a story on its own. A woman has been waiting for her husband for God only knows how long after he was arrested on a train in the middle of the woods. A man can't remember how he got there. A few guys are talking about how unnerving it is being relocated. After you are almost arrested and your undercover friend comes to bail you out, you walk by rooms where one normal guy is being interrogated. Then you see a chair surrounded by blood. You escape through to the main station where there are even more of the same gas masks and jumpsuits. One gas mask officer litters and orders you to pick it up. If you don't, he hits you. You walk out into the main square and damn, aliens have certainly set up tight security everywhere. No one is even willing to talk to you out of fear. Giant walking alien thing on patrol, a raid going down for no apparent reason, and some guys talking like this isn't unusual. One apartment doesn't even have a door. Again, people are scared or dazed. All anyone's watching on TV is some old guy talking like, "Hey, no one worry, everything is fine. I'm a boring old man, and this is definitely the only entertainment you need." You go a little on, cops shoot at you for no reason, you're rescued and taken into a resistance hideout before a teleportation accident leaves you and everyone else totally screwed. You run through the old canals and find more people being abused by the gas mask police. You see run-down houses, crazy alien trains and force fields, then junkyards filled with zombies and radioactive waste. I haven't even told you the plot of the game or who any of the characters are, and I think you're already getting a feel as to what's going on. And the last thing I'll talk about is how all the water in the river seems to be drained, and what's left is heavily irradiated. Then later you find a bridge and see, yeah, the sea level is a lot lower than what it should be. Environmental storytelling is an underappreciated art form in my opinion, and video games are uniquely suited to use it. Sometimes it's okay to not explain everything from the get-go, let the environment speak for you. That said, I really don't like when games don't explain anything at all for quite a while, and I'm left wondering why I'm doing anything. Environmental storytelling, or otherwise encouraging players to infer the story, is not an excuse to not explain anything. It's not clever to just drop a player in with no explanation for hours at a time. So yeah, here's where I'll wrap things up. This kind of video is fairly new to me, so let me know if you guys enjoyed it and what I could improve upon in future videos. And let me know what examples of environmental storytelling you really enjoyed. There are a lot of really great examples, I just chose the ones I did here because they came to mind. And I could examine all sorts of games for this sort of thing. Resident Evil, The Forest, Gone Home, even Banjo-Kazooie. So, for now, I guess that about does it. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to comment and like. I'll see you later.